Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I can't believe I'm saying this. I just said that. I cannot believe it's been what, over a year. I've been completely off this YouTube channel, and it's taking me a lot to come back here. It's taking me plenty excuses, plenty this, plenty that, and I'm back. I think I think I'm back, and now that I'm back, this channel is going to take a completely different direction. It's not going to be a solely makeup channel anymore, although I'm still going to leave my makeup videos. It would be more of a movie channel. So I've always loved movies, and recently on my other social media pages, Instagram and whatnot, I've been posting movie reviews, and I see that people have actually been liking it. So I have decided to take it, a step further and bring it to my YouTube channel. So here we are. I'm back, I think. I hope. I'm going to try and put in the work to, stay consistent here. So bear with me. This first movie review video on my YouTube channel is going to be about the just released Lisabi movie. So Lisabi is a recently released movie which is which is a depiction based on the historical warlord called Lisabi, and okay, a little bit of background. Lisabi, according to history, was a farmer that, united his other villagers and farmers to stand up against the tyranny of the Oyo Empire. And it was quite a big deal in his time. So I saw the movie Lishabi, and I was quite impressed. It was produced by Latif Adedimeji, and it was quite a feat. I liked everything about it. I liked the fact that they tried as much as possible to stay within the confines of the history, to stay historically correct. Yes, I actually like that. I love the cinematography. It had great picture. The set designs were amazing. It was really amazing. Costume was on point as well, and yeah, it was quite a feat, and they introduced a bit of CGI going on, and it was quite impressive. Although I had a bit of an icky moment where people were turning into monsters. That one was a little bit too fake, but judging by Nigerian standards, it was quite impressive. Yeah. I particularly liked Latif Adedimeji's acting in the movie. I think his acting was the only one that really, jumped at me, that really stunned. It really, stood out as a great actor in this movie. And we all know, we know Latif Adedimeji's acting prowess, and he didn't disappoint in this movie. I think for me, his acting was the only one that I can really, really say that I was really impressed. It was nice. The diction from trying to pass off as someone from Egbaland was really impressive. I have no buts. I mean, no negative anything to say about that. And I was really, I think I've said that quite a number of times. I was really impressed. The movie had found fantastic soundtrack as well. Although it was a bit overwhelming at some points. Yeah, there's sometimes points where they were trying to drive in to our subconscious that it was an epic movie. It did get a bit much at some point, but it was great on the all. Great cinematography, picture, soundtrack, acting from Adedimeji. Ibrahim Chatta too was a bit, but it didn't really do it for me, this movie. Ibrahim Chatta is a fantastic actor. I've been seeing, reviews about people talking about how he really, but for me in this movie, it didn't quite got it. So now, my thoughts about the movie. The movie was, number one, I don't see the reason why it should have a second part, because everything could have been done in one part. I found that a lot of the scenes were unnecessarily long. Some of the characters didn't need that much long background stories to it. We already got the fact that, okay, Oyo was, or the Oyo Empire was a tyrant, and they were oppressing everybody, blah blah blah. But that old background story into what was Mr. Macaroni's character called? Was it Oshokenu? I can't remember. Mr. Macaroni's character, anyway, the old it was a lazy farmer, he got married, like Licorose, and I found it a bit long. They could have it was long. It wasn't entirely necessary. They could have done it in, like, short bursts, because the movie was supposed to be about Lisabi himself. But the fact Lisabi, the character, didn't come into full-on play until like 1 hour 8 minutes into the movie, and that one really, made it a bit tedious. Now, speaking of background stories and background characters, the main character that should have had a background story, which was Lisabi in this scenario, didn't have any. We knew that he was a farmer, yeah, and that was about it. But there was no background story to how, he became someone with powers. We just saw that, okay, he was trying to bring people together, and he had like a shrine in some remote farm or something. We didn't know how he got into the powers. They didn't tell us if it was like an hereditary something, if it was from his family line. We didn't get to know all of that. We just knew that he was an hardworking farmer, and from nowhere, he was a powerful person. I don't even know. I can't even say. I'm not going to say it was an herbalist, because it wasn't. It was just, the powers just came from somewhere. So I'm guessing maybe they'll give us a bit of that in Lisabi too, but I don't know. Also, Ibrahim Chatta. The Ibrahim Chatta's character, we in the movie was supposedly, like the main, like a warlord on his own, yeah, and he was a fearsome warlord. When it came to violence and ensuring the king's decrees on tribute collection and blah blah blah. We got that part. It was powerful in the context of violence, but not in the context of metaphysical powers. They introducing Ibrahim Chatta as, yes, I get it. Most warlords back in those days always had metaphysical powers, yeah, to an extent. But the degree at which, they gave the character that Ibrahim Chatta was that amount of power, there was really no background stories, because I'm very particular about stories. It's okay to have, flashy cinematography, costumes on point, this that this, but the main thing about a movie is the story. The story is the main. Everything else is just extra. Everything else drives the story, makes the story more realistic, more relatable. But the story itself is what, we are buying, or we are there to see. And if the story is not adding up, a bit of that. And I don't know. I need somebody to answer, to tell me why Nigerian Nollywood, especially the Yoruba ham, why they feel the need to have their movies star-studded. Like, literally, anybody who was somebody in the Yoruba Nollywood industry was in that movie. And I'm genuinely curious. I need to know what is going on. I need to know what exactly is everybody. Like, name it. The only people that were in there were, I think it was only Shola Shobali wasn't in the movie. Everybody from the A-list actors to the D-list actors, people that didn't really... We had A-list actors doing waka pass roles. Like, they were just there, just one scene and boom, gone. One scene, gone. I really don't get it, why a movie needs to be star-studded. It doesn't really do anything for anybody. But hey, a couple of things were unrealistic to me. Like, let's take the scene of Licorice's wedding. I don't know. Growing up as a Yoruba girl, I think, when you're getting married, it's the family of the husband that comes to you. Nobody carries you to go and meet the husband somewhere. I don't know. It's when you're actually now done being married that they will now carry you. I don't know. I didn't quite get that part where Rose had to be carried to go and meet Mr. Macaroni and blah, blah, blah. I don't know. Maybe I missed something, or maybe that was how they were doing it before that. I do not know. Then there was the scene of Mr. Mr. Macaroni's character, they already gave us a background story of how, he was a lazy twat. He didn't really like to work, it took a lot of coercion from Lisabi to get him to farm, to do this, to do that. So tell me how a lazy farmer who didn't even really like farming, ended up being like skilled fighter that single-handedly killed 10 soldiers or warriors or blah blah blah. I get that you want to make the movie a bit fun, had one or two fight scenes here, but at least make it realistic. This was somebody that was, like I said, you had already portrayed him rather as lazy, and here we are looking at him in a fight scene, with knives and swords, not even guns, or if it was gun ahead, we know, okay, it was a lucky shot, or it was a couple of lucky shots, he shot this one, and everybody died. But, it was actually, there were fight sequences, go hard up. So, that's it for me. I would rate this movie a 6/10. It was, I enjoyed it a bit. It was a little bit tedious, but I enjoyed it, and I think that, it was a good one from Latif Dimeji. Yes, there was room for improvement, but it was a good one, and I'm glad I watched it. So if you're yet to see it, it's showing on Netflix Nigeria. I don't know if it's showing on a couple of other Netflixes. I think it's showing on Netflix UK as well. So if you're in the United Kingdom and you're in Nigeria, you can watch it. It's showing right now, and it's not a waste of time. I'm not going to say it's a waste. It's not. It's actually quite enjoyable. My 6/10 rating is because of, those tiny discrepancies that I like. I just like everything to, marry, everything to come together, but hey, it's a good movie. And thank you for watching. I'm going to try to continue to do this more often, bring movie recommendations to you guys here on YouTube. I'm going to try. Please don't hold me against it if I don't.